And we're back with being awake. Let me make sure that sword is working before we start anything. Oh. Queen per kill. Queen per wave, nice. We slept a little bit. We slept for a long bit. We slept for, I want to say 5 hours. Which is good because I needed it. Here you go. So now I got some good news, I got some bad news, so we'll do some videos. Just check out how much time I had for The Good Place. A lot less than expected. 6. I got 10 days for 13 hours. Wagwan. Yeah, time for a quick shower. Ugh. Whew. Fuck. Feels great. Feels really good. No, no, I think they're okay. 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 Oh shit. Why is Coin per kill less? Faut l'équipement maintenant. Okay, good. Atelier. Reza. Full plate. Washroom. Ooh, let's go. Okay, good. Non? Non, doucement. Il faut le savon. Mais c'est désolé, j'aime quoi que c'est gentil. C'est quelqu'un qui travaille avec le monde. Il était moldave. Sa famille. De quoi, mais j'ai des enfants qui jouent à des jeux vidéo. C'est aussi. C'est comme. Non, ma mère aussi, à part ça, mais. C'est différent. Jouer. C'est quelque chose qui est fait pour relaxer. C'est correct. Okay, flipping it back to my father. Dude. Okay. Okay, good. 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 This is what I thought. This is what I give y'all. A little bit of me. What's up, my heart? Feeling at the hospital, but I'm not cooperating. I'm not cooperating. I'm not cooperating. Me alone. Yeah, eat. Don't blink, it's your bugging. Welcome to the show. Today, doing also having a wonderful day on this 16th September 25. Just got out of the shower. Sorry for today, no content. First of all, we worked so hard in Brooklyn and yesterday I was exhausted. Second of all, I was nervous to sleep because we had a meeting with the governmental worker. But our day is starting, our content making is starting, so I'm excited. Just freaking go. So now what I need to do is just check. Good. Who's down for a little music one? Me. Fuck you, David. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to the show. Guys, doing well, having a wonderful day on this glorious, and I do mean glorious, 17th September 2025. Here is the intro today. I know what you're saying, Ink. It's 5 o'clock p.m. I don't know how you know that, but you know that. And you're doing the intro. What is going on, my dude? So, what I like to do is I like to talk about what happened before we do the intro. Now, I'll be completely honest. We didn't do EK before. So what happened exactly is yesterday I went to bed super late. To the degree where both my phone were full. But it was a phone. I'm gonna do a small because I did a video talking about it already. But for my phone, for emptying the phone, we did find a program, but they're asking for cash. So I'm gonna wait until I do a couple more shifts. Because right now the job is okay. So right now the job we finished yesterday, our third shift. So we're gonna wait until a little bit more until the job is secure. First of all, Zoa, my peach, and I got my breakfast, which is, if you know what I'm eating, you're a champion. What is this? It's bread and cheese. So most people say grilled cheese. However, is this grilled or is this steamed? Nothing beats steamed bread. So I'm gonna wait a couple of shifts, at least. I sort of guarantee that I have work next week. It's only $50 for 1 month, but at the same time, you know, it's not a lot of money. $50 per month is not a lot of money, but at the same time, I could be using this money for better, and if I lose a job for whatever reason, what happened here? It's a new shirt, so new shirt usually is a little bit. My mom bought it for me. That costs. Thanks, Mom. I think it's one of my stepfather old shirt too. Why? Because the little thing here disintegrate. So there's no job security right now. I'm gonna wait until they tell me, hey, we fucking love you, dude. I'm gonna tell me we fucking love you. We'll have job security. So here's what happened this morning. This is why we're such a mess. This is why we're so tired. I'm just working at 2:15 a.m. Woke up at 8. You guys, oh my god. I woke up at 8 because I wanted to make sure that we had everything. So this is the behind the scene of the behind the scene. What exactly happened is because this phone has the storage, and we do have good Wi-Fi, right? I'm able to record less, which means I'm able to upload less. You're right. Which means it takes less time. What I'm trying to do is, and here's something that you shouldn't do, and try to sleep. 3 hours and a half, which gives you 7 hours per night to sleep. Put an alarm clock, you wake up. When you feel tired, you restart. Get your sleep schedule in order, plus as much content as possible. I just had an orgasm. That was so good. So all this to say, we're going this morning. I'm gonna do another video, friends. But this morning it went super well, and it's really cool because that's what I've been looking for. I love the two of them because they're both good in every way. The first one is a bit more humanitarian, so a bit more like on the this is kind of insane because the first one was what I was looking for, right? But when I saw the first one is the first, we'll talk about it in another video more, but basically the first one is she's gonna help me with building a CV and helping resume. Then you do interviews and you think you're a good talker, but then you realize just how bad you are at interviewing, like fuck. And you understand? So yeah, so a bit problematic. So then what happened is the second one, who is really specified, and okay, well, this is the mentality that you have to go in. This is how you prepare, right? But between preparing yourself and doing something is very different. So the two of them together are numero uno, as they say in French. Now, ultimately speaking, there's some great news again. We went there. I couldn't sleep because I was so excited about the future. I had to call my mom because my mom started at 11 today, which at 10 o'clock, and I had to call my father because I have this rule that when I call my mom, I call my dad. That kid's talking about me. What's that Zar? Oh la la. Damn, dude. Wait a second, you just hit me something bad. That kid. On peut faire un brunch. That kid à 9 ans et demi, on peut faire comme un brunch. Je passe à 10 heures. Passe à 10 heures. Ben plus que ça. Okay, good. That's what I love. My father, not I love my father, but he's very easygoing. Compared to my mom, who's super stressful. The two realities. So my father was like, hey, usually I see him at 8 o'clock because we're both a morning person. And he's like, my apologies. Oh, come at 8 o'clock. He didn't tell me not to come at 8 o'clock, so imagine I come in and let me to have me. So take them. But hey, this is salt, this is good. I don't care if he wants to see me at 8 or 10. I made the same thing, it's even better 10 because I get to make a bit of content before going there and I get to upload as I'm there. Sounds good? Sounds great. So we came back, I called my father, I called my mom. I'm gonna be honest here. We haven't streamed in 3 weeks. This morning, okay, so this is a complex video, but it's very short. I've seen people play a game which is so fun, and I played the first one, which is Hollow Knight. The game that I love, so I miss gaming, but I also miss streaming. So this morning we did we went into my pile of game, because I do have a pile of game, and we pick out something that I can play, which is kind of funny because there's a bunch of games I cannot even finish, but still. So this is it. Now, tonight, I'm gonna make videos. I want to thank God that I checked for The Good Place. The Good Place, I don't know why, I thought I had until the 31st of September, or the 30th of September, because the Halloween is until the 31st of October, which is 31. But no, we have still the 26th. Now, this is still 5 days. Oh, this is still 4 days. Yeah, it's still 4 days. You know why? Because it's 26 inclusive. It is 27, 28, 29, 30 inclusive. So it's 5 days. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to be starting to watch The Good Place. The Good Place will be a lot easier because it's 4 seasons of 13 episodes, or 13 episodes is how much? 13 episodes is about, my apologies, well, 3 hours and 15. 3 hours and 15 times 4 is 13 hours. 13 hours divided by 10, because I got 10 days. Today is the 17th. If I start today, we have 10 days. If I don't start today, we don't have 10 days. If I start today, you have to watch a show about, my apologies, an hour 10 per day. A bit less, but not a lot less. So that's pretty much it. So with that being said, we're going to start our day. Today on the menu, there's no TikTok live because tonight is Wednesday and I do have a tournament to do. So sadly, a tournament. However, tomorrow we're back with a TikTok live. Tonight I want to start streaming. I want to wait until the end of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This finished yesterday. The Good Place is also something worrying because I just finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine and we didn't finish it. So kind of a whatchamacallit, my apologies, bad look. Anyway, you guys take it easy. Peace. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to our show. Today, as we walk to having a wonderful 17th of September 2025. Today, we're talking about one of the most important, if not the most important thing that happened in a while, which is meeting the second government rep. So yeah, so this is going to be personal. This is going to be moving forward in life. So this is going to be super cool. So what exactly happened is I had a first rep who took me way earlier, and that first rep is, and you know what's the insane part? The two of them are so important. We're going to get into it today. It's going to be a long video, so grab a seat, grab a drink, cheers, and let's have some fun. So, I see two people. So the first one, she is more expert into the field of action. Okay, so this is how you present yourself. This is the question that you ask. This is the people that you ask. And this is cool. This is really, really cool. How can I say this? It's more in the present kind of thing. The second one, which I thought I needed more, and this is going to be super nice because of what I'm going to say after. The second one I thought I needed, she's more to preparing. Okay, so how do you get the course? How do you prepare yourself? And what you want to work? What is your? We're going to talk about this later on, but it's really much like self-work to be able to present yourself. So the first one is presenting yourself, and the second one is self-work to present yourself. So I thought I had good interview until I realized I didn't. And this is kind of cool. This is kind of us working together. So how'd it go? It went really well. It's a totally different vibe. So she comes in and she establishes herself. Today was more short presentation. It's gonna take a while. It's like a 9 session. Now the thing with 9 session is I'm seeing her once a week. So if you're good in math, that's about 2 months. More than 2 months. Oh, phone is too hot. That's okay. That's okay, Meng. That is okay, Meng. But it's my father because he texted me. C'est parfait. Chocolate. My father texted me. I go in and it's more presentation. So what you want to do is like, okay, well, what is your expectation towards this? I'm like, I have no clue what you do. So, I didn't say it like that, but that was the intended message behind it. I was like, well, I'm trying to look for information or a job. She said, why information in itself? I said, I felt like my CV, although was kind of good because I did work at multiple places, how many of those experiences translated to something that's interesting for the employer? So for example, right, and this is what I learned later on. I had which later on I mean last year. So we had a job interview at a place, and they asked me, okay, well, what we were interested in is you have experience doing X and Y. But this experience dated for 5-6 years. I'm like, dude, I had a job in between, but I care about this one. So if I work 12 years into, I don't know, wood sculpting, and I'm going into a job which is hairdressing, like, that's different, right? So the experience doesn't translate a lot. So I was like, do I have a choice? Ooh, that's a good song. That's a good song. Can we find it? What if I add lyrics? Okay, I think that's it. No. That was a really good song. Am I ADHD? This I know. No, I don't know what it is. No, I don't know what it is. Oh well, this will be lost in forever. This is a shame because that was a good song. Okay, so I told her that I felt that this could be improving my CV. She said, okay, well, do you have... Do it again. Jamais je vais die, non, toujours je vais fight. Inévitable, involontairement. C'est ce qui est fait de moi. Je joue juste live, je n'aime pas. Jamais je vais die, non, toujours je vais fight. I got murder on my mind. Joe Lynch, it's your boy Lynch. Welcome to Commentary Show. You guys doing well to having a wonderful day on this 17th September 25. Of course, we had a problem with the heat. This one overheated, but also this one. This one overheated less than this one, so this is pretty surprising. We're doing part 2 of my meeting with the second rental worker. So I told her, like I said, you really have to watch part 1. I'm going to repeat myself because, again, I run the risk that this will... Oh, cool. What do you think about this shirt? It's new. My mom got it for me. Lacoste. Super nice. My first Lacoste shirt, I think. Basically what happened is I felt like I didn't have the... I felt like with my CVs, with my schooling, I had a really good chance at finding a very general job, but I felt like I needed more structure in my life, and because I needed more structure in my life, it could bring it to me, right? We talked about how my father, when he was younger, my father was given 6 choices for classes, and I was like, this is lucky, now we have so many choices. It's a fear of missing out, a FOMO. Did I do the right thing or did I not do the right thing, So I needed to be, I don't know if it's linked to the ADHD, but I need to be scheduled, I need to be, I'm not gonna say corner because that sounds weird, but I need to be, like I said, structure. Structure is what I mean. So we saw each other. This is really cool. She told me there's 2 possible ways. So the first possible way is that we establish a psychological, what should we call it? Profile, yeah. And the profile itself will say, okay, well, these are your values. This is what you believe in. This is what you're interested in. So this is kind of cool. This is really kind of cool. Oh, good ones. Okay. It was a French product and I had to do a video in French. So this is what we checked. It did go super well. It's a lot of things. So she's been telling me her credits, which is basically why is she good, why is she a qualified professional, which I didn't need, but hey, if you want to brag, go ahead. Because I'm joking. She was super nice. And yeah, so it was a little bit of a problem. So she said that I had a diploma into bakery. And she really tried to push me into bakery again. But I'm like, I did like doing bakery. Did I love it? No. Would I make it a job? No. Also, what you have to understand is I was 19 when I made that choice. I'm 32. Things are changing, right? If I've worked in bakery since the age of 19, it would be my job forever, but I haven't. So this is kind of meaningless in itself, you know? So we start. I have something to fill up, which is so I have, you're going to ask a question. I'm going to give you field of interest. Champ d'intérêt, which is field of interest in English. It's really rare it translates perfectly, but this time it does. My apologies. My apologies. So, I have to write down, okay, well, out of 1 to 5, 1 being the least interested, and 5 being the most interested, where where do I lay? Am I super interested by that or not? And then I will be able to say, okay, well, guess what? This is where you are. It's sucks because I'm laughing because, for example, right? They ask me the question like, hey, you need knowledge to know the pill to save somebody, right? Somebody is sick, whatever, and you need to know the medication to save the person. I don't care about medication, but at the same time, if I write that, they're gonna say, okay, well, you don't want to save the person, so I have a moral dilemma, and I have to write down something, but then this doesn't give it a accurate thing. So that's pretty much it. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it. It went well. Now, of course, it's an hour, so it goes super fast. We spend like half an hour presenting herself, and she's super nice. It's odd because she's very motherly, very motherly. For example, she say, okay, well, you know, to get to her office is like a labyrinth, right? And I was like, okay. And she said, can you find your way out? And she said, okay, well, it's not complex because I did a couple mistakes. She said, it's not complex. You just have to look for the exit sign. And I'm like, I don't have my glasses. And those exit signs they're green on green. So it's a green display in front of the green wall. So like, I don't know what the fuck that is. She's like, oh, you'll come in back, but you don't have your glasses. I'm like, I'm sorry. But it was really nice. She's super kind. And it's kind of nice because I have both a more dynamic with the younger one and a more professional with the older one. So it went super well. Poor girl, she was sick this morning. She said, so I asked her, are you okay? She's like, no, she said, I went to swim yesterday and I don't feel good. I'm like, okay. And hey, I don't know, maybe that's the thing. So anyway, I love you guys, take it easy. Peace. I got murder on the mind. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome from Tertial. As we're also having a wonderful day on this, drumroll please, on this 17th September 2025. Ooh, I wanted to do a cheers, but I hit too hard, and then the phone fell. That's typical Ink behavior. So today we're doing a comeback on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the whole thing. No, I think it's okay. We put this to cool it down, but I don't think it needs to be cooled down more than that. So we got some great news and we got some bad news. We have a comeback on, because Brooklyn Nine-Nine left Netflix yesterday. So to come on here and say, listen, we fell. I know we fell. We got to season 4, episode, I think it's 6. Which is, doesn't have the show. The truth, what happened is, I got cocky. I did 4 seasons of Prison Break, which is 22 episode, so like, you know what it's gonna be, and not a big deal. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine is just so much to recap. See, for example, with Prison Break, it was an episode of 40 minutes, but what did they actually do in 40 minutes? Not a lot. Versus Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is an episode of 20 minutes, what do they do in 20 minutes? Well, they do a lot, you know? So it's a bit of a difference. It's a bit of a difference in the two of them. So, we failed. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of disappointed with myself. Now, also, one of the reasons why I failed is super simple. I did watch the show, so even if I miss a little bit, I'm like, you know what, it's not a big deal. We're gonna do as much as we want. As much as we want, right? Now, did I know I was gonna do so little? No, I didn't know. I didn't know. So that kind of sucks. But at the same time, listen, it was a good time. It was something fun to do, and I had a good time. Of course, it's something I didn't finish it. Because Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm going to tell you guys the story of what really happened with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is kind of a sucky story. But before we start, 2 things before we start. So, announcing because more people are going to quit after this. Announcing the next watch through, which is The Good Place. I am so thankful. The Good Place is very small. It's 4 seasons of 13 episodes, which are 20 minutes each, which gives you 13 hours or an hour and 8 minutes per day of watching. We start today. Here's what you're going to do. Right? Why am I thankful? Because I thought it was until the end of September. It's not. It's until the 26th of September. So who puts date like that? I don't know. I do not know. But this is the truth. So we'll be watching it. Second thing. I feel like I was penalized for these 2 shows, Good Place and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So most of these 2 shows I watched. I got a text for this. I got a. Ooh, guess what? Storage. Let's go. Good. We had a file that wouldn't upload, so what we did is we sped it up, and now we're hoping that it will will upload. Wait, Pichu. Very fucking good. So, these show may be Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but it may be The Good Place. I watched during the pandemic, which was in 2020. I wasn't making content, and I gotta be honest, the thought of making content wasn't something. You guys know the story. I told you guys multiple times what was the story, but I'm gonna say it one more time for the new people over here. The idea to make content came into July 2021, and we started doing content the next day. Yeah, which is not true. It's not July. It's May, the 9th of May, 2025. 2021. We started. For The Good Place and for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's two shows that I've watched a lot. So, for example, what exactly happened is the pandemic happened. I'm watching. Okay, so this is a cool story, but it has nothing to do with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And when you realize how crazy that is, it's insane. I used to, and this is a true story. My apologies. I used to do something insane. I had a Netflix account, because back then I had a lot of money, and they did the try 1 month for free. And I was like, okay, well, guess what? We tried it. I think it was November. I think it was November 2019. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have it free December because we have vacation, right? So I had no Wi-Fi, but I still had a Netflix subscription. So like I did with the Netflix subscription, easy. At work, we had Wi-Fi. At my father's house, we had Wi-Fi. So I downloaded shows. I downloaded the complete season of The Office and complete season of Shameless. I was like, okay, well, you got two weeks to watch them, right? Which was cool. Then it happened with the pandemic. The pandemic was something where I literally had I couldn't go out. So what we started doing is we bought the Netflix. The first that I watched on Netflix with the Wi-Fi was The Office. Now The Office is technically not true. Why? We were already at season 8. So after that I watched, and I just had to watch, and this is a crazy story because so 2020, the pandemic, we watched Z Nation also. My game of 2020 pandemic was Cyberpunk 2025. 2020, 2017, 2077. I'm tired, guys. I'm exhausted. So I go in and I play this game, and we watch the whole Park and Recs, which is pretty cool. And then after that, I'm looking for a show, right? And we end up watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is, and this is a crazy story. We started playing it. See, Cyberpunk I never played before. Then we started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine by playing Borderlands 2, and it completely changed my perception because Borderlands 2 is one of those games that I played the most, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine was just one of the shows that I binge watched. I started watching it from one day, and I binge watched it till the end. It was a great, great show. However, when you do this, there's a little bit of a problem. The little bit of a problem is we just watched the entire show in one sitting. Not one sitting, but like one stretch, right? So I don't know if it was 1 month, 2 months, we didn't watch the whole show. Now, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I watched so fast I couldn't really enjoy it. So fast forward us making content, which is, I want to say it's 2022, beginning of 2022. What I think happened, truthfully, I think I was streaming Elden Ring, and we watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine for the second time. So we watched the show twice in a very small amount of time. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine, in my opinion, wasn't great because, and this is the bad part, Brooklyn Nine-Nine wasn't great because we watched it twice, almost in a row. I think it was a show in between Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I don't remember what it was. I think it's like, it's probably a shitty show. So we watched it twice, and for the second time, I thought that's good, right? Now, why did I watch it 2 times? Well, first of all, I'm a dumbass that doesn't want to explore. Second of all, it's a case of, it's a case of I'm playing video games. I'm not paying attention to the show, but I'm also doing white noise. So I'll watch the show, I'll capture some moments and my memories, but I'm not. Now, back then, even though the film I watched, I wasn't making content. The film that I watched, I was making content, but I was only streaming. Why is that important? Doing a recap of a show is something I had no interest in. So we go in, and I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine for the second time, and this soured my memories of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I was like, ugh, this is not so good. And you're gonna see most of the time that you start a show, you start with season 1. So what I didn't do is, you know what's insane? I remember exactly when I started. I was playing Ulala. Yeah, it was a while ago. I loved Ulala, but I don't like it anymore. Ulala is cool though. Ulala is cool. I could restart Ulala. Should I restart Ulala? I don't know. I have no clue. So yeah, so we watched the show twice. Now, going in, I want to be completely honest that I want to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. No, I did not want to watch it. Why? Because don't drop it for the neighbors because they're gonna be pissed. Wind. I didn't want to watch it. So coming in, the reason why is because I watched it too many times. So coming in, I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I have to force myself to watch it because, and this is one of the craziest thing. This is gonna be a very long video, so sit down. So we watched Brooklyn Nine, and I have to force myself to watch it. So coming in, I'm forcing myself to watch it. Versus a show like Prison Break that I've watched before. Did I want to watch Prison Break now? I want to do a recap, and I didn't have a choice because we're gonna leave Netflix soon. Did I want to watch Lost? Absolutely, but I didn't know it was gonna leave because Lost, in my mind, it came into Netflix last year. Now, here's a crazy thing. Crazy thing. I listened to Lost, and it's a true story. I started doing a recap. I watched the first episode. I'm like, holy shit, this show is hard to recap. I don't need to do that because I'm doing other shows at the same time. Now we focus on one show, which is a bit better. Back then, it was so confusing because I did multiple shows. Did multiple games at the same time, so forget about it. So then we start watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And I gotta say, the first season, I'm like, ugh, I watched it 20 times. Second season, I'm having a lot of fun. Third season is where I fall in love with the show again. Third season happened 4 days ago. So I'm watching the third season. I'm like, okay, well, you have 4 days. Not even, you have 3 days to do season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, season 7, season 8. Sorry about the burp. Which is not possible. So I knew I wasn't gonna make it. However, I'm proud of myself because with Lost, what happened is I broke this phone, which means I couldn't play a tower, which means I couldn't continue. So we, not on purpose, of course, because I didn't make it on purpose to break my phone, but somewhat on purpose, we took a break, like, which wasn't good to do. It wasn't good to do. Oh la la, who mama? That's 4 days. That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. 4 times 24. Okay, we're still good though. We're still, yeah, we're still good. Not great, but still good. So, like I was saying, I go in and I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna finish it. With Lost, I had 3 days left and I didn't finish it. With Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and this is also something that's kind of was bothersome. I was doing this new playthrough for the tower because I have 4 devices. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do a playthrough for the tower, right? Here's what happened. I was like, this is kind of bow-ish because Brooklyn Nine-Nine was copyrighting me. So usually what I do is, I'm like, for example, more than a half a percent break, you can hear it in my playthrough of the tower because I'm watching the show. And now I literally had to do like a show, but at the same time, I'm so unfocused because we're doing recap after recap after recap. After that, we're taking a break. We're switching to mangas. After The Good Place, we're switching to Jujutsu Kaisen, which is it's a manga that finished last year. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be refreshing, and this I can watch. I can read it in like a couple of sessions, which I'm excited for. That's pretty much it. So, for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I am very excited with it. General thought, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is better than The Office. See, so far, I have to say Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there's possibly a couple episodes per season that I didn't really like, versus The Office, which I think had a... See, The Office, the different part of The Office is, if you ask me what is my... So why are we, first of all, why are we comparing it to Office? Well, because it's my blueprint when it comes to sitcom like that. It is also an Office. A precinct is a police office. The peak of The Office, in my opinion, is season 3 and 4. There's 9 seasons of The Office. I gotta say, except for Dwight, I don't care about any of the characters in season 9. I don't care about any characters in season 8. And that sucks. That sucks. You know? Introducing 2 characters in season 9 for what? Right? Having Pam cheat for what? What did it add, you know? What did it add to the show? Versus Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I gotta say, in season 1, I love the characters. I love the characters. There's not a lot of change in the characters. Of course, there's some repeated plot. There's something that are not interesting, but so far it was a better show. There's more laugh permanence than any other shows. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine ended up being a very good show. What I needed was a big break from watching the show, and that's what I got. A super good show. And I say you get attached to these people. Alt, Jake, Gina that leaves the show, but still. Amy, of course. Charles. Amy, and become one of the best characters at the end. You know, you care about those people. You care about the Nine-Nine. Terry loves yogurt, you know? I didn't realize just how much the show was good because I watched it too fast. I didn't realize just how good the show was because I didn't appreciate rewatching a show. There's just complete different mindset where, okay, well, this is work. I have to recap it versus, you know what? It's a show we can enjoy and just rewatch, you know? So the show in itself is amazing. I think one of the funniest shows that there's been. Sadly, I don't remember how season 8 goes, season 7 goes. Maybe the show goes down, I don't know. But, yeah, couldn't recap it, so very sad. Yeah. Disappointed most of all. But yeah. Oh, by the way, the show in between Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Park and Rec was Community. That was the show. Salut, c'est ton Chabing Festival. Je passe au bien, je parle pour ce en ce 17 septembre 2025. Si tu te demandes où est-ce qu'ils sont nos reviews de Occupation Double, ça fait une semaine que j'ai rien fait. J'ai fait dimanche, j'ai fait lundi, j'ai fait mardi. Aujourd'hui, on est mercredi, by the way. Je ne ferai pas aujourd'hui et je ne ferai pas demain. Maintenant, qu'est-ce qui va arriver? C'est qu'une fois par semaine, le vendredi, on va se réserver la journée pour faire des recaps de Occupation Double. C'est là maintenant qu'est-ce qui se passe présentement. C'est que le show il est bon en essai, mais tu me donnes du popcorn, tu me donnes des liqueurs, puis j'ai pas le temps à manger, puis le show est fini, tu comprends? Fait que non, on va faire une fois par semaine, on va faire les recaps de tous les épisodes, on va faire les recaps du dimanche, du lundi, mardi, mercredi, et du jeudi inclusivement. And ça va être le fun, ça va être mieux que ce que je fais présentement. Ce que je fais présentement, là, c'est des amuse-bouches, ça ne nourrit pas, c'est un sac de chips, ça ne nourrit pas, tu comprends? Fait que je pense que ça va être mieux, encore une fois. Là, c'est sûr que je ferai pas là, des épisodes pré-épisodes, on va faire des épisodes 1, 2, 3, 4. Puis maintenant que je vais faire, c'est que je vais faire semaine 2, épisode 1, semaine 2, épisode 2, semaine 2, épisode 3, semaine 2, épisode 4, semaine 2, dimanche. Je pense que c'est mieux. Fait que si vous êtes d'accord avec ça, laissez-moi savoir. Si vous préférez des épisodes chaque jour, c'est pas que. Parce que présentement, ce que je fais, c'est que je fais des recaps d'autres shows. Là, il faut que je m'enlève du binge-watch qui a fait un écoutage en chaîne. Puis il faut que j'écoute un autre show pour faire une vidéo. Et ça m'enlève de tout. En passant, petite idée la gorgeous Elisa a embrassé Yorick. Fait que, ça, des behind the scenes, un petit peu de ce qui se passe au Québec, tu comprends? On était pas en cifre, mais il fait beau en maudit site. Puis c'est ça, fait que, je pense que c'est maladé. Puis c'est sûr que présentement, qu'est-ce qui se passe aussi? Faut que je vous avoue que c'est la première fois que je fais une recap sur un show qui est quotidien. C'est la première fois que je fais un recap dans un show en temps réel. Fait que c'est quelque chose qui est nouveau pour moi, c'est quelque chose qui est très très nouveau pour moi. Il faut que je vous avoue que je suis pas le gars le plus informé sur comment ça se fait. Fait que, on fait essai erreur, fuck around and find out. Ça marche, ça marche, ça marche pas, ça marche pas. Puis on aura essayé. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. It's been also having a wonderful day on this 17th September 2025. This is a Tower Talk. We got so many good news for you guys. So, first of all, Shield reached out with its first 1T coin, which is kind of insane, isn't it? Sword is doing super well. Sword at the same time are having a bit more issues, but I still love Sword. Shit. I wasn't prepared. So what did I want to I forgot. No, that's not it. Okay, good. Let's fix it. Call this. I don't care. Okay, good. Don't blink, it's your wank. Didn't start a video, but it's okay. We got other videos to do. So super simple videos. We're doing a Tower Talk. See, I wasn't ready, dude. But I know what I'm going to talk about. So first of all, Tower Talk. There's a lot going on. On the Shield, we reached the first 1 trillion coin. So a little bit of congratulations for Ink, a little bit of bravo for Ink, a little bit of bravo. Just realized that Sword, although Sword is possibly the weakest of all 3 playthroughs. What you're saying, Ink, you got 4 playthroughs. What's going on with the last one? The last one doesn't count. The last one is now 2 weeks old. I didn't even realize that it's 2 weeks old. 2 weeks old. They're going to be celebrating that a little bit. I had somebody do a party for his 1 year Tower. I thought it was really cute. I thought it was really freaking cute. So although the playthrough is the weakest, I gotta say it's amazing. Our critical factor is at 66 time for the Sword, and for the Crown, which is a whole ass year later, it is 54. Yeah. So this is 12 more. So this is actually really good. For attack, what is our? I don't know what the maximum attack is. I don't know what is the maximum attack, but we know it's good. For Shield, like I said, first trillion coin, so bravo. For the Crown, everything is going well. But what we're trying to do is work on the enhance. I just saw a spoiler, which is the last of the enhance is the Horde size. So this is gonna be really cool because Orb is one of my favorites alternative weapon. Now for the 2 weeks of resistance, we're in a weird spot right now. We're kind of stagnating. Oh shit. No, that's good. That's good. We're kind of stagnating. So we are still doing well. Now, we are in a place where it's really good because what we're doing basically is we're doing 1,000 something of the tier 1. I haven't tried tier 2, I haven't tried tier 3, but I'm going to be trying that tonight because tonight we have a tournament. So it's going to be important to remember. Important to remember, a day to remember. So with the Resistance Reborn, what is kind of cool is when we go after 2 weeks. Oh, I should do it when we do the tournament. Yeah, I should do it when we do the tournament. Okay, never mind. Fuck. Okay, good. Good. It's okay to tell me what you think about me. I won't try to argue. I will hold it against you. I know that you're leaving. You must have your reason. It's okay. Oh, I forgot to do the tournament, the guild. And I'll have it once again. I'll turn to a friend. Someone who understands. Schlag. Good. Then again, I'll turn to a friend. Like you says it's growing on. Maybe I'll see you out a movie. Should preview. I should walk by, hanging on with that guy. I know that you're leaving. You must have your reason. My apologies. Right, get this going. Oh, I forgot. Ink. Duh. Like your sissy's drawing on. Yeah. Dumbling, you should lying. Welcome to the show. Scaling wall is 30 to 10 and 5. Good news, we're doing some videos. It's very early on. What we're going to do is start watching is 5:55. I have 4 nights from. So I will be watching 2 episodes of The Good Place, and then we'll come back and make some more videos. So I hope this sounds good. It sounds good to me. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, good. Okay, so now let's go. Like I see growing on. To a friend, someone you wonder, then he's true the master of plan. Wat pala je? Yeah. Oh. I'm a silver brother. I can see my fat. All I see is money. All I see is red. You can take what you want. Yes, sir. You can take what you want. But you never forgot all the things you said. Then I turn into a ghost. Smoke a blonde, pour a juice. She tells me I do the most. Fuck you mean, sipping lean. No, she's falling on my toes. True. The Good Place.
Life on Earth is ending, and you are now in the next phase of your existence in the universe.
Ooh, mama.
after all, it's a good place.
Not a bad place.
You're in the good place. You're okay. You're in a good place.
Well, that's good.
Sure is. Okay.
Did I first? Oh, I did. Right. Okay.
So this is how it works. The good place.
The good place.
Each one contains exactly 300 carefully selected and blended lists of unprints.
All the others place.
No, every of those things. Or some gold, cities, some farmland, and each one. Every flavor is every detail is precisely this thing.
There's a lot of those jokes.
Yeah, so I'm taking a long way. How's this going? Right now, grab a seat. You wouldn't stop to get. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your first day in the afterlife. You were all simply good people. But how do we know that you were good? How are we sure? During your time on Earth, every one of your actions had a positive or a negative effect.
I'm gonna do the tower until we die. Yeah, we'll try to do tier 2. Wait, what? Wait, what? Eh.
Not really. Love a good place. What?
I had a couple rainbows. If you ever had a fucking Game 160.
What? Good. Not a bad show. We're gonna do one song and then we're gonna make some music. One song. Why? I need to get Nature Corn to ah. For me. We do one song. I can do one song, no problem. No. I want to do normal. Pour me another. It holds me like no other. One more drink, then I swear that I'm going home. Truth is, I don't really have a place to go. So pour me another. I wake up at another mid-afternoon. No, I'm coming soon. Walk to the village to fix myself. Life gets harder when you love nothing else. Take myself for a kind of draw. The fucking floor. I guess I'm a man of no remorse. Another bottle that no remorse. Say a little prayer for the child in me. Yeah, that's where I used to be when I truly believed. Not a man, not a band, just a broken dream that even I can go to heaven if I poured the sea. So pour me another. It holds me like no other. Line more drink, then I swear that I'm going home. Truth is, I don't really have a place to go. So pour me another. It'll watch you bleed. Better believe that I'm not. That's what you need. Take up the seed to the sun. Ask any question, they ask us why. Ask any question, we don't know what to say. Choose tired to pray. Let's get it down into the road. Just walking alone. Not just a man with these broken dreams that even I can go to heaven if I part the sea. So pour me another. It holds me like no other. One more drink, then I swear that I'm going home. Truth is, I don't really have a place to go. So pour me another. Gone. Just a man with his broken dream. Oh, no. It's Glory. I have to do Glory. I'm sorry. Glory is too good. Children to the code to see, a couple of magazine, juice, lot of days, don't matter to me. 70 out of 7, see sickness, that feeling inside, that weakness, inside you, fetus, inside you, then democracy. Oh no, I have to do Modern Murder. It's an even better song. Do do do. There's blood on my hand. There's blood on my hands. There's blood on my hands. My hand, my man, blood on my hand. Wake up in the morning or the night with some tears on my pillow. There's blood on my knife. Sort of say, keep to the side or to the side. That could it be? Is it yours? Is it mine? The other twisted. Where's my heart? You missed it. You know I don't want to die, but maybe you insisted. Maybe it's a luxury that I just shouldn't have. Anything in this morning I can stand. You used to tell me how it ever felt so wrong. You used to sing a song. You sing forever, because now my voice is gone. You used to forever, and you knew it all along. All over my hands. The longer you lay next to me, the further I remedy. I consider worst. How much can you stand? The longer you lay close to me, the further I remedy. There's blood on my hands. There's blood on my hands. There's blood on my hands. To my hands. I'm only evil when I need to be, but it's so easily equally used to reasoning. Easily to down to save me. Secretly, held every piece of me to give, so I gave you my life. Live. Your life, go from behind. You took away my kids, so I guess you killed me twice at the end of the night. There's the one thing you feed, the dies that die, so you can finally sleep. And over the night, to design yourself. Another time until you're burning in hell. All over my hand. The longer you lay next to me, the further I remedy. What's it all worth? How much can you stand? The longer you stay close to me, There are remedy. The blood of my enemy also tell me course, no reasons fully. I want you hold me, don't take course, so see me course, no reasons slowly. I want you hold me. I can see blood all over my head. The longer you stay next to me, the further I'll remedy. Was it all worth? How much can you stand? The longer you cling close to me, the longer our remedy. I can see blood easy of my head. The run you lay next to me, the our remedy. Was it all worth? How much can you stand? The longer you lay next to me, the our remedy. Blood of my hands. There's blood on my hands. There's blood on my hands. Blood on my hand, blood on my hands. Did I do that song? I shouldn't, but fuck it. Fuck it. We only live once. Outside is perfect. Outside is perfect. Good. Do 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 do. Who left the door open? Who left me outside? And then I'm not broken. To live in my life. The love of unbroken. This that I find. And I'm hopeless. I don't care. Never been a third of the second that is said. Not a set that is a statement. It's all the located. So the second, get up and pray to the end. To the sky, you're nothing nowhere. Take away the fame. Get on the same. Then all the love that old name. All the world. Either shoulder heavy as the world. It's getting colder. Who left the door open? Who left me outside? On my knees and I'm open. No one knows me tonight. Hold me tonight. The story is a modern glory. The boring. To the sky. You are needed. Another lifetime like mine. No, sometime. Alright. Goodbye. Life. Sometime it's alright. Never let me know. Never let me go. Don't you ever let me go. Don't you ever let me go. Don't you ever let me go. Who left the door open? Who left me outside? I'm on my knees and I'm hopeless. If someone owns me tonight, owes me tonight. No one left the door open. Who left it all right? I'm on my knees and I'm hopeless. Do 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 do. How I feel. Gotta tell the this love song. Whoa. Then on to this whole stadium, like yeah. The whole stadium, like yeah. Ooh, and now they're coming home with me. The good tills that tree. Dumpling. I'm not good. Close that tree. There's a princess you home with me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She roll it. None. The breath of the soul, and yeah. There's a mission tree. There's a tree. Where I'm the I go to the field. That I made a real love song. And do the like you. And I'm sitting whole city, little love like yeah, you. And I was to get home to me. I'm not good. Close that tree. There's a chance that you home with me. Whoa, yeah, there she rolling, and there's a rolling, yeah. I'm not good. Close that tree. There's a chance that you home with me. Oh, yeah. Feel did I make the very last love song? Yeah, you're like yeah, ooh. And I'm to the whole city, I'm sitting up like yeah, yeah. Oh no, no to the whole city, I'm like yeah, ooh. And it'll be home with me. I'm not good. Close that tree. There's a chance that you go with me. Yeah, you. This is all the settling. It's a little so yeah, yeah. It's a dream, it's a dream. I don't know where I was saying. Yeah. Not as I would feel. Did I make the weirdest love song she ever heard in her life? Yeah. And now she cut a home city, yeah, was like, yeah. Yeah, no. Did the whole city, I was like, yeah, ooh, no. And I'm gonna take you home with me. I'm not good. Close that tree. There's a chance that you hold with me. Whoa. Okay. How much are you drinking? Because that's not something. I guess it's fair. I think it's fair to assess that you're not drinking a basic right. Low to high risk. It's a turn to the train. What's the chance you go home with me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got him the best love. So I'm not good. Who got you? Let me buy you a drink. I'm deep. Bro. Don't blink, itchy blank. And now that behind the scene, look at this beautiful sunset. This is an hour later than what we were doing. So we did watch 3 episodes of The Good Place. We did watch some music. We did a recap and some videos like the tournament. We saw the tournament, so it's been pretty busy, but at the same time, it's a good busy. Yeah. My apologies. No. Shit. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Little nature porn. Okay, let's freaking go. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink. I'm deep in, you know me. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to our show. Because the mobs are having a wonderful day on the 17th September 2025. Of course, we forgot the computer, so we're doing something else. On this day, we start our recap of the show called The Good Place. So The Good Place is a show that I'm going to be watching from the 17th of September to the 26th of September because it is leaving Netflix. So what is the video that we're doing? The reason is why Good Place. Why The Good Place? Why are we watching it? But then I just answered the question in 33 seconds. It makes for boring videos where I don't get to yap to my yapping extent. I am the yapper Super Saiyan 4. I will yap until Super Saiyan 4. So basically speaking, instead of doing that, I'm going to talk about my experience with The Good Place, my memories, my expectation for the show, and we're going to build it up from here because today we did watch 2 episodes, which is not great, but not bad. So this is a pretty good start to what we're trying to accomplish at the very least. So The Good Place. The Good Place is a show that I watched during the pandemic. Once again, the number of series I binge watched during the pandemic is insane. The reason why we watched The Good Place, I'll be completely honest, it was a recommendation. There wasn't a recommendation. So how does that work? I listened to Kid Boga. It was my favorite content creator back then. Still to this day, but I gotta say, I'm a bit cooler. If you're not your favorite, if you're a content creator, and you're not your own favorite content creator, then why should people like you if you don't love yourself? RuPaul Drag Race. So Kid Boga was like, yo, The Good Place is actually really smart. And I have to agree, The Good Place is kind of the perfect mixture, and it is so different than a show that we just watched, which is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The Good Place is funny, but there's very, very good morals. They explore the heaven and hell, the good, the wrong. What is it to be a good person? What is it to be a bad person, right? And it's just amazing because I have very fond memories of this show. Now, The Good Place in itself, we only watched once. So if that show is so good, why did we only watch once? The show that I've been watching a couple times are Juniper Boys, The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. All of these shows are comedy. The Good Place is a comedy, but also something that's kind of smart. It's not meant to be watched. It's extremely narrated. There's a story. There's some funny scenes in the story, but most of all, it is this story. Memories of it is very thoughtful. Like, it's a feel-good show because you get to laugh when you watch it, but then when you have a reflection about the show later on, you're like, holy shit, that was meaningful. I remember some really good moments. It's been long enough for us not to remember what's going on with the show, but not long enough for us to forget the show. So, for example, like, there's plots that I remember. For example, the fact that The Good Place is not a good place. The fact that everybody is supposed to be in hell. The fact that the system is now disastrous because our current society changed so much, right? The fact that Janet ends up being a bad Janet, right? And that is super, super, super cool. The Good Place is one of those shows that I don't know how it aged. I don't know how it's gonna look. I don't know how popular it is compared to a show like The Office, compared to a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Of course, it's completely different, right? But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how we're watching it. I did watch 2 episodes. It's gonna be very, very hard to remember because The Good Show sells itself as a show that is smart, but it also sells itself as a show that will teach you a lesson. And I did a course today with the government employees about your level of intelligence, right? Where your point of interest and how it affects your level of interest of intelligence. For example, I love math, so I'm better at math than I am in geography because geography I don't care about it. I don't need to know where a country is to say, oh, it's a beautiful country. It doesn't mean anything. Take a plane. Okay, it gets this place, cool. When I visit this place, I don't need to know where it is on the map. I don't need to know the history of the place. As long as the place is a fun place, as long as it's a good place, the good place over here. I enjoy myself, and right. It's so weird. It's so weird because this has nothing to do with it, but at the same time, has everything to do with it. It's just like here. It's just like a question of how can I put this. Well, you could be watching a show and watching a really good show, but I think most people, the reason why they watch A Good Place is because of the subject explored there. It's something that nobody else has explored, right? And it's morality. And when you present morality, a lot of people will look at it the wrong way. I think we all have this self-saving nature where we're trying to be the best person we can. And if we're seeing somebody, we're always comparing yourself. For example, I'm watching somebody. I'm watching TikTok battles, to be honest. And I love TikTok battles. So last week, why did I like it? Well, because I'm watching garbage people I'm watching. Okay, that has nothing to do with The Good Place, but still, I'm watching garbage people insult each other. And why is it cool? It's not cool. It is not cool at all. But why is it cool? Is because you are a garbage person insulting other garbage people. So it's basically the formula behind Maury, behind Jerry Springer. It's a circus. These people are not normal, and I'm not saying that. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. Don't even try. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. It's just a good show. It is just some fun thing to watch. There you go. With that being said, though, the Good Place is, how can I say this? You're watching this in a battle because it's good to see people doing worse than what you're doing, right? The Good Place, when it tackles moral. So when I talk about the technical battles, because this is a guy that did something really cool. So he's a really garbage person, but he was in the street before. So there is a person that was on the street, and he gave her money. And it was a really nice act because he understood the reality of being in the street because he was in the street before. But then this act was kind of shitty because the other person, which is also a garbage person, saw the first person do the nice act and decided, I'm going to copy you. Not because I care about what's going on, but because it looks good and I want to look good. So The Good Place tackles also that. And this is a very, in real life, you know, when you watch a show like The Office sells itself as a show where it's normal life. And yes, it's normal life. However, the reality of a paper salesman is different than the reality that you're having for yourself, right? When you look at a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the reality of a police officer is different than the reality that you have. So if you're a police officer, and even if you're a police officer, you're not going to have the same situation as a nine, right? However, The Good Place situates itself as a show where those are lessons that you can apply to real life, and those are lessons that are well thought of. It's a smart show, and that's why I like it. So, with that being said, I love you guys. Take it easy. Excited to do this. We're gonna do the first 2 episodes. Like I said, I have 10 days with today. So we have the 17th, which is today, till the 26th of September, which is ending on the 27th at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we have less than 10 days. We have 9 days and a half. So 9 days and a half, there is a 4th season, which means that I have to watch half a season per day to be on time. Now, half a season per day is super easy because it's only 7 episodes. Every single season is 13 episodes. So you do 7, which is 14. Okay, so 13 times 4 is how much? 13 times 4 is 52. 52 divided by 7 is how much? 52 divided by 7 is, well, 7 times 50, times 8 is 56. So it's times 7, which is 49. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Whoa, 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 whoa. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you the drink from T-Pain. You know me. I'm no good. You don't treat with me. Yeah. Don't blink, is your boy Ying. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Doing well, having a wonderful day on this 17th September 2025. Today we are working, but before that, I want to talk about a show that I've been reviewing. Congrats on the Newlywed, by the way. And I know it's Newlywed. I don't, but I'm gonna assume. I know assuming is bad, but you know what's even better? The Good Place. So, as I said, we're showing this today. This is the very first day. I didn't have the most time today, but I did watch 2 episodes. Now, let's be honest here. If I watch 2 episodes per day, we're not going to make it. So this is part 1 of multiple parts of the evening. By the way, we're doing super good with coins. What the heck? We're doing so good. Give me a freaking second, people. Damn. We're doing good. I'm not good. Close the tree. Yeah. I have been listening to T-Pain today. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Oh, you already see it. But the cloud just got red, and it happens in this video. So this is kind of cool. This is kind of really cool. So we watched the first episode. It's a show that I've already watched, but we are going to be watching the whole thing. So let's start with season 1, episode 1, which is kind of perfect. The first episode title, I like the title because it says a lot about the show, is It's Gonna Be Okay. So Eleanor wakes up, which is played by Kristen Bell, which is hot. Jalapeno hot. No, you know what? Scotch Bolero hot. And this is so cool because seeing the eyes, for some reason, reminded me of Lost. I don't know if there's a little link there, but no. So she wakes up, she made Ted Benson, which is the architect of the city that she's in. So what is the city? The city is a small inch of paradise, which is never mentioned but implied because this is the good place. Why is the show called The Good Place? Eleanor dies, which is Kristen Bell, and she say, hey, am I up here or am I down here? And then he said, there's a good place and there's a bad place. You're in the good place. So it's mentioned that she's in paradise, but are she in paradise? We'll see. So he tells her, okay, well, this is how you died. She died a horrible death, but she was a shitty person, so Does it deserve it? We're gonna be checking that out in this episode. I love The Good Place. It's very smart. And in the first episode, they pulled all this stuff for you to watch it because look at this. This is so fucking nice. Yes, it's a sunset, and we saw billions of them. But when this video started, it wasn't like that. Oh my god, the only thing that I freaking edited the video. Oh la la, you people. So basically, there's an introduction to The Good Place, what it is, how Eleanor died. There's a really cool thing. There's a really cool thing which I completely agree with. She's asking a question like, hey, who's right? And Ted Benson says, I don't know if that's his name. I think that's his name, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't remember his name. Whoops. The guy's in charge, right? So I think it's when I say it's Michael, I'm pretty sure it's Michael. Listen, I haven't watched that show in years. So it's memories plus memories because before, but still, it's very different. I can't get over how nice this is. This is easily one of the nicest sunsets I've seen in a while. Oh, this is gorgeous. Well, this is insanely gorgeous. I love sunsets. I love sunrise. More than anything in the world. So she asked questions like, which religion is right? And this is something that really, really, as a person, opened my eyes. Every single religion has something along the way of something right. They had a couple percent right. There's this guy that got high and discovered the whole truth, which is kind of insane because this is the funny part of it. And you see, this is the humor of The Good Place. It's kind of like the first joke in there. So, it's explaining how it actually went. So actually how it went is, and this is a system that I love. This is the system that if you look at Islamic religion, this is very current. So basically what the system is you are, on the planet you start with a neutral score, which is 0. Every action that you do, everything that you do will give you a positive score or a negative score. +1, -1, +1, -1, +1, -1. And at the end of your life, if you end up with plus a positive score, you go to heaven. If at the end of your life you end up with a negative score, you end up at hell. Yeah. The Good Place because again we're in a good place, which is kind of cool. So we have the explanation of the villager. There's some ice cream. Everybody has a soulmate. This is super cool. So they watch a movie, and this is super cool because The Good Place organization day 1. So this is him saying that this is his town. He's explaining how this goes, and this is the coolest thing, right? This is the coolest thing because he talks about how everybody has their own soulmate, which is super nice. I love this show. Fuck, dude, we're gonna be losing this sunset. It is a gorgeous sunset. Give me a sec. It's kind of cool because the beginning of The Good Place really feels like a cult, and I know this is a no word, but it really feels like a cult. It feels like you're in a place that's too good to be true. It feels like it's in a place that's not really real, and it's just weird. It is really weird. But at the same time, it's endearing. And what is that? Jess is gorgeous. Jess is fucking gorgeous. A girl that I met on TikTok, and she is flawless. And when I say flawless, I mean flawless. With all of the enunciation and accent. So The Good Place really feel like it's a cult and you're not too sure what to explain. So Eleanor meets her house and it's put as her perfect place. And it's a small place versus a mansion on the other side. So then we meet Shitty, which is her soulmate. Again, we know that every person has a soulmate and The Good Place. And this is the biggest reveal. Eleanor, only thing that was right was her name. She was a shitty person. There is a mistake. And this is the plot of the show. Eleanor is the main character. And the plot of the show is, can she earn her place to heaven even if her life was shit? And this is the plot of the show. She is an amazing person, and it's super cool. So you said as a mistake, she doesn't like clowns. She did a mission in Ukraine, and her mission is not good. And this is insane because Shitty is a really good dude. And Shitty here looks a certain way, and at the end of season 4, he is beefed. He is buffed up, which is kind of funny. I don't know if there's ever a romance between Shitty and Eleanor. I don't remember that. I'm telling you, Kristen Bell is a personal favorite. Does this make me sound extra weird? Possibly. Is that the weirdest thing I said today? No. Am I gonna die here? Yes. And we died. Jess, this is a girl on my TikTok. We've been talking a lot lately, and she is fucking. I'm telling you guys, you don't know what you're missing until you miss it. Now, what I'm gonna do is increase my defense and my defense percent to get to the maximum. Oh, I'm also gonna increase my torn damage. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta tell her how I feel. I gotta make her the best love song. Yeah. And now I got the whole stadium. Oh no. Why? Because I decided to do so. And we need to make some coin because soon I'm gonna have a tournament. Let's say soon as after this video, by the way. After this video, we're gonna do a tournament and I need to be the best. Well, what am I saying? The best is... It makes you think. We're just watching a show about The Good Place. And it makes you think about, do I really want to be the best? Because if I'm the best, that means that somebody else isn't as good as me. And if somebody else isn't as good as me, then I'm taking the place of somebody that's possibly more deserving, which is one of Shitty thing. So this is really cool because Shitty learned the secret of Eleanor. He's like, dude, I don't know what to do here. You're taking the place of somebody that's deserving. There's a mistake here. This is not truly heaven. And Shitty is in self-sacrifice because his soulmate is possibly not Eleanor, because Eleanor doesn't belong here. So he has sacrificed his happiness for a person that's clearly a shitty person. Shitty. So yeah, so this is super cool. We show that she cannot swear, so she say fork and she say F this. We learned that Eleanor's job was basically to be a fraud, to sell medicine that's not medicine to old people that are senile and have multiple issues. That is not a good thing, Eleanor. So we appreciate that she's a bad person, and this is cool because Shitty is like, okay, well, you possibly don't belong in heaven, you're possibly not a great person, but I doubt that you're a horrible person. However, Eleanor proved that she is not only a horrible person, but there's no saving, which is the plot of the first episode. Shitty has a dilemma. Can I save you, right? And is there a chance for you to earn your place? And at the first episode, he said that no, there's no place. She's self-absorbed, she's selfish, she doesn't care about anybody but herself. She is truly disgusting. Now, what I like here is we got Kristen Bell with short hair, another one of my crush, saying, oh, I got a text from my papa. And then in the throwback, she has long hair. I gotta say, I do like me a girl with long hair. You're just gonna put it out there, low-key, high-key, whatever you want, as the kid would say. So she established that there's no saving Kristen. We are having Janet, which is a program that's super important. Janet is the equivalent of Google on hell. Why is she important? Because she's a system. And that's the craziest thing. That is the craziest thing. So there's a guy, Michael, who creates the good place. Now, Michael acts as three things. The judge, the lawyer, the executioner. He acts at all of these. Janet is truly neutral. She's a program that's helping you, that's guiding you through this place called the good place. Now, why is this more important than Michael? Michael, if you're doing something correct, is your best friend. However, we're trying to avoid authority because we established that Eleanor is not a good person, you know? And because she's not a good person, well, she doesn't belong there. So Janet is gonna be the neutral person and the good place that Eleanor's need. Is that clear? Is that cool? Is that good? I don't know. You tell me in the comments. Me asking for engagement, of course. That's pretty much it. This is super cool. Shitty is completely different, and he's like, yo, I deserve my place. And the coolest thing with Shitty is, I understand why he's pissed off. He deserves his place. He had a good life. He had a pious life. He was a person that gave a lot, and he deserved his place, and a good place, when Eleanor doesn't. So there's kind of an injustice, right? You get to party in real life, you get to party after death. I don't think so, Missy. My apology. Oh, Aang, please, this is disgusting. Come on, bruh. Yes, I talk to myself a lot. Let me the neighbor, which is Gianti, and I forgot your name, I'm so sorry. But she, this is a neighbor, and this is the people that have the biggest of houses, which is kind of funny because they're the opposite of Eleanor and Shitty. And there's four main characters, and these are the four main characters. Now, I'll tell you a spoiler, okay? A little bit of spoiler. She's actually a really good person. Shitty is actually a good person. Her husband or boyfriend or soulmate isn't. Shitty is a good person, Eleanor isn't. Yeah. There's a huge spoiler I could give you. Should I give it to you? I don't know. So, okay. So, they're going up to a party. Eleanor is a piece of crap, a piece of shirt. Because what she does is she steals. She is mindful about the food. For example, they're offering shrimps for everybody, and she takes it almost the whole plate, which is kind of selfish. And they're having everybody. And of course, they didn't pay for nothing because this is heaven. But at the same time, she's insulting the host. So pretty bad behavior. And at the end, we got this is super cool. This is good. She apologized to Shitty, which is the first instance of Kristen Bell. So the Kristen Bell characters, I want to talk about it, right? Because otherwise it's very hard to understand. The Kristen Bell character is at the lowest, so the show is about morals, right? Kristen Bell is at the lowest point of moral. She has very little to low moral. The whole show is about becoming a better person, right? You got to taste heaven, you deserve to stay in, right? So that's pretty much it. So they wake up and there's a freaking storm. And this is freaking cool because a couple of things, right? Eleanor mentioned Ariana Grande because we're listening to Ariana Grande. She talks to the host of the party, which is her neighbor, and calls her a giraffe. So you see giant giraffe. She stole shrimp, so you see in the air, you see shrimp flying. So everything that she does that was kind of bad is affecting the good place. Now, the good place, the plot of the first episode is because Eleanor doesn't belong there. It's fucking up with the system. The system recognizes there's an intruder, so the system will act like a body, right? So your body will act normally, and then when it discovers there's a illegal body in your body, which is, for example, a sickness, your white cell is gonna attack it, if I remember correctly. So Eleanor is not allowing the system to work properly because it's detecting an intruder. This is pretty much it. Now, there's something really cool. Everybody is dressed with yellow and black stripe, right? Except for Kristen. So this means that guess what? She is not there. She's fucking up the whole thing.
You want all shrimp, and now you're shrimp lunch. They say, Eleanor, you don't belong here.
This system's so freaking gone. Everyone was perfect, so was a terrible.
There you go. There's a couple of jokes there, but yeah. So Shitty is like, yo, you don't belong here. I wish it worked, but it's not working. And at the same time, this episode is good because Shitty is a good person, but he's not a saint, right? So he won't be like, yo, I don't think you don't belong here. We'll do everything in our power to say, hey, can we actually help you? Then he realized there's no helping her, so he kind of gave up. And I hate to say it, but I deserve it. It's kind of deserved. So this is for this episode. Next episode, which is, however, this episode, which is, I Wanted to Fly. We have a recap. So basically, what she does is they're establishing. Basically, what they're talking about in the first one is she doesn't know what to do. He wants to help. It's in his nature to help, but he doesn't think there is this nature. And at the same time, whenever she says, "I can't help you," Eleanor will say, "Yo, please help me out." So she asking his better nature to do it. She calls Janet, and Janet will give her clothes, which will prove that she belongs there, even though she didn't have clothes herself. Now, this is super funny because she's asking, "Hey, if I do a my apologies, if I do a search, is it private?" So Janice will say, "Oh, you want to watch porn?" So this is funny. And this show is super smart because to get a good rating, what they did was they didn't allow swearing. But then it's portrayed as people don't like swearing. So because people don't like swearing, we don't allow it, which is a genius idea. It's a really it's a good idea to put there. Put it like that. We got Ted Benson, who is this is super cool. Who is Ted, who is sweating, doesn't know how to react. It's not the funniest joke, but it's kind of a fun. See, that's the thing. The humor and the good place is possibly not the best, but they're trying, you know. So we got Shitty that come back, and Shitty literally have he's trying his best to do it. He had a chalkboard, and all he wants to do is be the best person possible. And I think that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But he's also winning the yes and no. For example, question and fears. See, question versus fears. Yeah, nice. So then he tests her. He's like, hey, we spent the whole day together yesterday. You remember something about me, right? So what he's doing is he's saying, okay, well, is there something that's worth saving? Because there has to be something good, right? And she doesn't remember anything. Again, she's so selfish. We see a lot of flashbacks. The sad part is most of the flashbacks are about Eleanor, and it's established her as the main character of the show. But established her as kind of the only character of the show, and I'm not sure I'm down with that. So it's a little bit of a problem. We're seeing flashback of how much of a shitty person she was, how she got basically kicked out of her drinking group. This is cool. We got orientation day number 2, which she says is gonna be able to fly. Now the neighbor is saying, you know what, we should be cleaning up the street because this is disgusting, and there was an error in the system, and now the streets are all disgusting. Let's clean it. So then they're asking for volunteer. Eleanor really wants to fly, which is why it's called I Want to Fly. And he says, hey, me and Eleanor, we're more than volunteer. We want to do it. So he looks at Eleanor, he's like, yo, this is your chance to prove that you're not a shitty person. So this is kind of cool because Eleanor will do it. But to a certain degree. So we have Hani and her boyfriend Johnny. And this is cool because it's actually a relationship. She is also, and this is beautiful. So Gianni doesn't belong in the good place, just like Eleanor does. And to not make a scene, he pretend like he's a monk. Right? He doesn't talk. So Shitty is not happy with Eleanor because he wants her his soulmates. And Tahani is not happy with her soulmate because he doesn't talk. So they're both pretty sad with their soulmate, and both soulmates are error in the system. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool that they put it like that. This is cool. Ted goes to Tahani to fix it because she's one of the most moral person, but it's also established Tahani as a moral high ground. So why is that important? Well, because in a place where moral is questionable, a moral high ground would be good, right? The good place established itself as a show that makes you think. So, for example, if you had a chance to be in heaven, and if you saw people, you wanted to be in heaven. Ultimately speaking, Eleanor, even though she's a shitty character, you kind of care about her because she's kind of cool. And because she's kind of cool, you want her to succeed, right? So you have to get her to be liked or be saved, actually, by characters like Eleanor and Shitty, like Tahani and Shitty. I'm telling you, this show's gonna be complex to recap because it's a complex show. We have the couple who are super perfect and wants to clean. It's not because they feel like red cap. What you do is you introduce characters that live in the neighborhood that you live in. That way, the neighborhood doesn't feel as important. But then you establish 6 characters in the first episode, and then you establish 8 characters for the second episode. So there's a very small cast of characters. We got Eleanor again being a shitty friend, refusing to make sacrifices to other people, and ultimately this is this is attaching her as a cruel person. And there's even a place there where she talks to a guy who wants to see the environment, and she disrespects him and she throws a coffee on the ground. So it does show how shitty she is. We got a super important scene where he explained that if you make a mistake in the design, the whole system will go down. So this is him establishing that yes, there is something that's going out. So why is that important? Why is that important? The system has to be perfect. If there's a glitch in the system, the whole system will start glitching. So you see a dog. It's like, hey, I don't think anybody has a dog here. So he gets stressed and he kicks the dog of the sun, but he rejected somebody else as a dog. Now he can inflict glitches. For example, he kicked a dog on the sun, and he had another one. So this is also important because he is the all-powerful. He's like a god here. So whatever the solution is, it has to go through him, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Because and the whole thing about the good place is before you learn that Gianni or Janu, I'm sorry, is also in the wrong place. The whole thing is like, yo, we want her to stay, but she is fucking up the whole neighborhood. So the whole thing is a question of morals. Do you do the greatest thing for the many, or you say the person that you love? You know, that's a good question. Kristen Bell goes in and she's picking up garbage. So Janet, she says, hey, there's 5 minutes left for flying. And Eleanor's like, okay, well, fuck it, I want to fly. But because she fly, what happened is there's literally a storm of garbage, which is led by her flying. So she is like, you had one mission, and that mission was to clean, and you don't care about anybody but yourself. So because she went to fly, you gave up on her, which is absolutely phenomenal, because it just shows that it's because of her. It's because of her. This is super cool. We have Tahani. This is a really good scene. Tahani that's trying to reconfort at the Benson, and she doesn't succeed, and she's begging Janu, her boyfriend, to talk, and then Janu goes in and he tells Michael what he wanted to tell, but the reality is he doesn't talk. Michael is just in his head, and Janu is able to say, hey man, focus, you got this. So this is comforting him, which is super cool, but she doesn't hear him talk. So we have Kristen with a flashback being a shitty person, which is kind of important. She goes out, and the thing that was supposed to happen. She starts cleaning, and the reason behind her cleaning is because she feels bad, and feeling bad morally is a great thing, because feeling bad equates to you being able to identify that you're doing something wrong, and that you have remorse for what you did. If you're not able to understand that you did something wrong, you're not able to say, and this is the best thing ever, because technically speaking, the moral, this is why the show is smart, because it makes you think. Technically speaking, I did something bad, doesn't matter what it is, right? Am I able to say sorry? I'm going to say sorry because I think it's bad. Am I able to feel bad? If I'm not able to feel bad about something I did, either I'm not having regrets, I'm not having remorse, or either I don't identify this as a bad thing. If I hurt somebody's feelings,